Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Hello back everybody. This is the second part of our presentation about the design of a residential PV solar system. We have completed the fourth step in the last presentation, and now we will continue with the fifth step, which is the material list and financial returns. The first thing that we need to fill here is the currency, and we are using US dollars. If you need to use any other currency, please don't forget to enter the rate of that currency over the US dollars. For example, this is for euro, but you need to check here that, okay, this has changed to euro and this has changed to euro, and even the first page, the home page also has changed to euro. So we go back to the main. But for our example, we need to go back to US dollars, since our design is based on US dollar, and this we put it again to 1. Then the second thing that you need to fill here is the battery unit nominal voltage, and we will use 2-volt batteries. Now the third thing that you need to fill is the battery technology. Okay, in Accelerate you have 7 battery technologies, where in Accelerate Lite they were only 5. But we will use only lead carbon, which is also available in both versions, and the state of charge or the depth of discharge that we need to assume for the design is 60%. It is not recommended to go even further than 60% if you need the most efficient, financially sound cycling of your batteries. We are talking here about lead carbon. If you want to go for lithium, maybe you can even go deeper in your discharge, like until 90% or even sometimes to 100. Okay, then the program will ask you to fill the PV panel power. Here we are not asking you to choose exactly the model and the manufacturer name of your PV panel. We just need to ask you what is the power of the panel, and for our example we'll use 400 watt rated power panel. The program based on that will tell you how many pieces of those panels you need to cover those loads, and it will also estimate the prices, and it will also give approximate life with a depreciation rate per month. It will continue to enter the other components that are needed, like the steel structure, and based on the inverter model that you have chosen, this program has calculated that you need 2, since the minimum inverter power is more than 5,000, so you need 2 inverters to cover those simultaneous loads, and you don't need any external solar charge controllers. But then you need to fill here the battery unit capacity, that is 2 volt, but at which ampere hour at C10. So maybe we use 800. Okay, 800 is okay, but you need to have 27 pieces of 800. But this means it cannot be connected, and that's why it turned red. It cannot be connected in a 48 volt DC orientation to this inverter. So you need to make it at least 24 that can be connected in a 48 volt DC orientation. So maybe we go to 900. Okay, 900 is okay. 24 pieces of 900 will do. So the program will also give a global estimate for its price, and with a depreciation based on the approximate life. The approximate life of the batteries are based on the cycling, and cycling also can be changed in the data and assumptions. For example, lead carbon at 60%, it is almost 3,600 cycles, and therefore we can calculate the life is approximately 11 years. With a depreciation rate of 57.6 US dollars per month. So after that, the program will also continue to calculate the other components of the system, like the battery bank structure and the PV cables, what's the approximate quantity for such a system, and what is the global estimated prices, and the battery DC cables, same thing, do the same thing also for the protection and control panels, how many is needed and what is the approximate prices for them, and therefore the total cost of such a system in US dollar is almost 14,000 US dollars, with a depreciation rate of almost 95.2. So per month. So this is what we need to do in the fifth step, and then we can just check what is the KPIs that or the key performance indicators that are given here, the total life PV energy produced in megawatt hours, and what is the return on investment is 8% for this system. But we also need to fill here some important data, which is what are the cost of the energy bought in kilowatt hour. So I buy the energy at 0.15 US dollars per kilowatt hour, and do I need to sell the extra power? Yes, I need to sell it. If I don't need to sell it, then the savings will be less and the return on investment will be less. So yes, if I do yes, then it will be 66% saving and return on investment will be 8%, which is more than 6% they used to be. Okay, and also the program will allow you to change the selling price. If you need to sell the extra energy maybe at a different rate, then you can just put a different rate, 0.12 for example, and this clearly will reduce the savings and maybe will affect also return on investment. But for our example, just keep it as per the buying price. So this is the KPIs that we are offered by Accelerate, and we will go here just discuss quickly these graphs here. This graph is very important and interesting because it shows you the behavior of the energy availability of your system in 4 days of the chosen season. Okay, so here you have the storage, and here you have a production, and here is the load actually, and the load pattern is assumed to be at a certain pattern. If you need to change this pattern, you can also do that by going to the data and assumption. Okay, here is the percentage of the load in each hour of the day. So if you change that, the load pattern will change, but it is assumed to be a certain load, and this is why it is okay here. And remember, if you need to put the state of charge of the battery at 90%, this will show you some problems here. First, you need to change this back to a capacity of a battery that will allow you to connect in a 48, which is 24 pieces. So 700 is okay. This is good because it is better in investment. It is 72% saving and 10% return on investment. But again, you are risking here losing the power. If you choose this system with less battery capacity, that is because you have done an estimated state of charge at the sunset to be 90%, where it is not actually that. But if you've done that, then you will be having better investment, but you might also lose the power at sometimes the next day, on the day number 2 and 3 and 4. So there's a risk here. What about if you put it at 80? You still might have to lose some power at this load, the load that we have entered. But the assumed load can also be changed, and maybe 80% is good, and this can be neglected or modified when you load the system, or even you can go deeper than 60% depth of discharge and will help eliminate this problem. Okay, and this other graph here will show you the monthly production, PV production, compared to the energy consumption. So all the months seem to be covered by PV, and this is a financial graph which shows you the comparison of energy cost with PV vs without PV. So this is with PV in red, when in red is without PV, and in green is with PV, so you are saving much in 30 years. And this is the cumulative savings and investment return period. It's almost in 10 years you get your investment back. So these are the important features of Accelerate. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can always change the technologies and change the voltage and change the capacities and change whatever you want to sell. And so there are many features that you can play with and get the best results for your design. And thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this explanation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me here. I will also leave the links to download those programs and for other videos below this video. Thank you again for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.